YouTube. I am making this video because I just want to apologize for not making this video sooner. Welcome back, horror fans. It's your main man, Mute Twins here, back with another horror movie review. On this video, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorites and a classic, in my opinion, The Blair Witch Project. Let's check it out. The Blair Witch Project came out in 1999, and it's about three young film students who travel to Burkittsville, Maryland to explore the urban legend of the Blair Witch. They document interviews with locals, explore some of the scenery and origins of where the urban legend started, including the forest. And from there on, this movie becomes an instant classic. When this movie first came out in the late 90s, all my friends and family were talking about it. Lucky for me, my parents actually let me watch this with them once it came out on film. And it was scary. I didn't really know what to think of it. I really couldn't process exactly the whole psychological side that these actors were going through in the movie and what it all meant at the end. But it was scary. It was great. And every year, as I rewatched it going into the Halloween season, this movie ages really well. It still seems modern. It's a great found footage film. The actors did a really great job, not really going off of too much as far as a written script. They each had their own backstory for their character, but other than that, it was just three kids filming each other in a forest, acting like they were lost. It's magic. The three characters start off their journey through the woods with high hopes and documenting everything within the forest. Each night they spend, they seem to get a little more lost, not only within their environment, but also within their minds. And that soon starts to form distrust amongst them. They become irritated, hungry, scared, and that only fuels the fire in this movie. Because it's such a simple concept, their reactions and expressions and emotions really are key with making this movie creepy, scary, and just downright eerie. This movie doesn't really rely on too many jump scares and quick transitions with the camera like most found footage films do today, but this movie paved the way and influenced later found footage films to come. Throughout this movie, I thought the camera work was done very well. It was shot in a documentary style, and it does really well, especially when they're interviewing locals within the town, but also when they're filming each other on their journey throughout the forest. They capture the emotions, expressions on each other's faces very well, while also filming the events that are unfolding within the forest. Amongst a vast, thick forest that they are trapped in and can't seem to find their way out, there's not much else around them. You never know what they're actually scared of. Whatever's happening to them in the forest never really reveals itself. The suspense not only scares them, but also the audience as well. My first time watching this movie in the late 90s as a kid scared the crap out of me. This was one of the first found footage movies I have ever seen. One of the main things that haunted me after watching this movie was the fact that it seemed so realistic. It was very scary to me that these kids went into a forest and getting pretty much lost and never coming out of the forest again. After that, as a kid who grew up in the 90s, I played in forests quite a bit. Having seen the Blair Witch Project, it prevented me from going in the forest for a little bit. It scared the crap out of me. Not knowing what was in there, not knowing what was going to come out at you, and not knowing if you were ever going to come out of the forest. That is the same aspect with the Blair Witch Project. These three kids, they go into the forest, and as they're filming themselves, not only do they get lost, but you don't know what's going to happen next, and neither do they. I've rewatched this movie tons of times. It is one of my go-tos every year going into the Halloween season. There's something special about the Blair Witch Project that not many other movies have. It's very unique, not only in how the film was made, but also how it was marketed too. I'm not going to go into how the film was marketed, but if you know that it was done very professionally and expertly in order to influence people to actually watch the movie and persuade them in thinking that this was a real event that these kids who were going into the forest are now missing. Having that plus the actual film, it is a great combination and a great pack that I can remember every year going into the Halloween season. Alright, horror fans, I hope you liked this review. Please, in the comments below, let me know what you thought about this review. Let me know what you thought about the Blair Witch Project. Also, if you want to see more horror movie reviews in the future, let me see your suggestions. Let me know your ideas in the comments. With that being said, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. I hope to see you in my next video.